Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I was right again, but you know, sometimes you hate that you are right because you are right about something that you didn't really want to believe that's a possibility, but all the fingers were pointing in that direction, but you somehow wanted to live in denial and say, maybe I'm wrong, but that's where everything goes into that direction, points to that conclusion. And that conclusion is that I made it a few times. The Americans are afraid to send their F-16s to Ukraine to fight the Russians because they're afraid the Russians will get the F-16s. Somehow they will down them, they will destroy them, or they will grab them somehow. And I said this before, and I said it I think yesterday, when I was talking about why and what the Americans are doing with the Abrams 1 tanks. They supposedly take some secret technology from the Abrams tanks in case they are captured by the Russians. So you take the edge out, so that means you turn them from the good tank into a regular tank. But wait, aren't those tanks supposed to go and fight? Why in the hell you build them? Do you think that you're going to find only, Iraqis or Libyans or Romanians or weasels? Why did you build those tanks? Aren't they built to fight? That's the opportunity, my man. Go ahead. And I made that analogy with a fighter that is not going to show his technique, the favorite technique that he invented in the world tournament because everybody else is going to see it. But you're going to lose the world tournament. Oh, it's okay, I'm not going to show it. Well, invent other. Come up with other. They're gonna figure it out. You come with some other things. You evolve. You get better. Are you afraid you're not able to invent anything? I guess so. With this diversity hires that we have nowadays, probably. Look at NASA. Goes up and falls down because they don't have the Russian engines and other. Anyway, what do I know? So what happens now? Even they say what I said, and that is the Czech president. I don't see very well this Czech president. He's like Fire and Water. You know that song by Free, the band, 1970s, Fire and Water. I think that's what it is right now. Sometimes he gives fire, sometimes he gives water. And it's like, oh, who are you, guy? What's going on with you? He first came and said, well, maybe Ukraine should negotiate and, maybe with the Russians. Oh my God. And then he went to Kiev to the theme park. He was invited over there. He was, yes. We're going to give you some stuff. Okay, thank you very much. And now he comes with this statement right there, which confirms what I said. I'm not saying that it makes us both right, but it's so logical. It's so easy to figure it out. Why? Because we have the Abrams 1 issue with they take the secret whatever components. The Voice of Ukraine. The Ukrainians are reporting this, not even the Russians, from today, May 10th, 2023. West withholds F-16s from Ukraine out of fear that Russia will obtain secret components. Czech President Pavel. But aren't they supposed to fight? And these F-16 were not built yesterday. They were built, I don't know, since I know them, 20 years ago? I don't even know how long ago. So they're not like, ooh, top of the class. Or they're not, they're old shit. Let's put it this way. They're old. But we like to be patriotic in this case, not when we do other things, but in this, we are patriotic. F-16, yeah, man, give me that Bud Light. Okay, now, F-16 are the best. That's how these guys think. F-16 is gone. They got F-35 and others. All right. So secret components, send it over there. That's the reason why you built it. Let's say tomorrow Russia attacks the United States. Are you not going to involve F-16s or an Abrams 1 tanks because the Russians might capture them? Is that the logic? You go to Formula 1 competition, but you're not going to use your, the best car over there because the other ones are going to, oh, what's over there? And you're going to lose because you're going to use something worse. Isn't that the whole purpose? And when they're going to catch up with you, you invent something else because you're smart, aren't you? Or maybe you don't trust that. You don't trust what you're saying. Yeah, we're the most creative. Yes, we're that. Maybe you don't really believe in that. That tells me you don't, because you're afraid to compete. So let's say what this guy says here. Jesus Christ, man. Aren't they supposed to fight? Then go and fight. How do you know they're good if you don't use them? Or use them in Yugoslavia? Use them where? In Afghanistan with the Bedouins and all those guys? In Iraq with the Rusty? Anyway, man, according to Pavel, Ukraine needs modern aircraft for the decisive phase of the war with Russia. Pavel claims that West indecision is hindered by the secret components installed in this aircraft. Ukraine's partners do not want these items to end up in Russia's hands, but they will not, because they're so good, because they're secret. They're so good because they have these secret companies, they have the edge over the Russians, that they will never end up. Aren't they supposed to, take that into consideration? Let me tell you this. When you have a restaurant or you have a bar, you have a set of glasses. You're not going to use the glasses because they might break. Or some people will, I like this glass, baby doll, I'm going to take it. Stick it in your ass. All right, I'm going to get it home when I go over there. That's how you think? No. Each and every restaurant, each and every bar has a number, and they say 10% of all these gives, the number by default will be blown, broken, stolen, disappear. The dishwasher will fuck them up and all that. So it's supposed to. And after a while, you buy some more. You bring some new ones. So losses are supposed to happen. Do you think that these guys, when they built anything, they did not have in head the idea that, well, that's a possibility, these guys might be captured and all that, but we should not use them at all. We just, they look good, man. They are the best. You want to buy it? Right here. Yes, they fought in Afghanistan, in Iraq, in Libya. No, not against the Russians. No. No. What if they capture them? They will find out how good they are. But if they're good, they will not be captured. Anyway, let's go back to these weasels. However, and I'm quoting, I know that negotiations are ongoing. As a result, Ukraine may receive few F-16s, possibly with some of the technology removed. Again, you give them like a regular... Why do you give them F-16s then? Why don't you give them, I don't know, some Second World War, or go to the First World War with biplane planes? Go to those, biplane, with a double, how do you call those, wings? Biplane, whatever you call them. Or maybe use the Red Barons with 3. Jesus Christ. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmitry Kuleba, an idiot, previously said that that the process of transferring F-16s to Ukraine must begin with the approval from the United States. Why are you so weasel? Send them over there. The White House has repeatedly stated it's not considering transferring F-16s to Ukraine. That doesn't mean anything. They shitted on each and every decision they said. So send them over there, man. And only that way you can figure things out and you can improve. When I was practicing and fighting Kyokushin, and I was going to competition, you're scared. You're scared to go over there. It's full contact. You get knocked out. So you're kind of like a little bit, you're not like, oh man. But with time, you get used to not being knocked out, but you get used to fighting. And it's like, you go and talk to someone. It's the same thing with fighting. That's how it is. It should become like that. So, we were told by our instructor when I was beginning, you have to go and fight. Only fighting, you test yourself and you know what you lack only by direct exposure to danger and to fight. If you don't expose yourself to fighting, to real fighting, you don't know what you lack. You can, theorize, but after all, this is a martial art. It's an art of war. You can't just say, ooh, right here, ooh, let me show you some. Oh. That's good. But after all, it's an art of fighting. So you have to be good at fighting. How do you test yourself? In a, kumite, sparring in the dojo? That's not fighting. Why? Because the aspect of being afraid, which would freeze you, and make you protect yourself too much, and you don't release your abilities, that would, how should I put it, inhibit you. But That's why I have to really be over there in the fight with all that. That's why I would say, hey, Bruce Lee was good. No, Bruce Lee was not good. Okay? Bruce Lee was not good. Why? Because he didn't fight in real fights. He was very fast. He was doing good for his time. Okay? And if you don't believe me, bring him here. I want to get him up right now. Bring him. Bring him here right now. Bruce Lee, where are you? Okay, so enough with the joke. But I'm saying he did not fight. You have some videos over there, sparring, light contact and all that. You don't know if someone would kick him a front leg kick in the chest, he would be like, you know what I mean, dead on the spot and so on. So anyway, he did not fight, okay? So put it aside, full contact. And I'm not talking about him showing off and let me show you one push-up. I can do that. Am I as good as Bruce Lee? Bring him here, all right? Bring him here and let him fight with me, all right? So anyway, don't bring others though, but Bruce Lee you can bring him whenever you want. I'm just saying. So the same here. Van Damme. Oh yeah, he was in those blah, 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 blah. Don't talk about Steven Seagal with his Aikido thing. Bring Steven Seagal any day and every night here. Bring him on. All right? But don't bring, for instance, I don't know, George St. Pierre, for instance. Don't bring that guy. Because that guy was good and still is good. All right? Now he's a little bit older, so anyway. But that was a very good fighter. Fantastic fighter. But anyway, I don't bring Fedor, Emelianenko and others. I know he's old. He's like now, but still can me up. Anyway, so let's go to the thing here. Don't send the F-16s. Don't see how they perform with real fighters. Let them fight with the neighborhood kids, okay? And then they say, hey, I beat the neighborhood kid right there. The neighborhood kid, the toddler over there. I'm good, man. I'm good. How about you go and get into the, I don't know, in the regionals or whatever, the state? Oh, no. What if they see my technique over there? Well, maybe that's how you see if your technique over there really works. So anyway, scaredy cat. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.